जय हिंद दोस्तों। तो दोस्तों, आज हम अपनी नीट पेपर डिस्कशन की सीरीज को आगे फर्दर बढ़ाएंगे और नीट 2020 के पेपर को डिस्कस करेंगे और उसमें जो भी कॉन्सेप्ट होंगे उन पे भी बात करेंगे। सो वी विल स्टार्ट विद डिस्कशन ऑफ 2020 नीट पेपर along with the concept involved in the question. So let's start. So the first question is that the ratio of the contribution made by the electric field and magnetic field component to the intensity of electromagnetic wave is. तो आपको क्या पूछा गया है कि एक इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेक्टर के कारण इंटेंसिटी में जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का रेशियो होगा वो क्या होगा। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल गो व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट इज वेव। वेव क्या है? वेव इज ए फॉर्म ऑफ डिस्टर्बेंस। वेव क्या है? वेव इज ए डिस्टर्बेंस। वेव इज ए फॉर्म ऑफ disturbance. Wave is a form of disturbance where what will be there? Energy and momentum ट्रांसफर। जहां पे एनर्जी और मोमेंटम क्या क्या होता है? ट्रांसफर होता है। तो वेव एक डिस्टर्बेंस है जहां पे एक एनर्जी और मोमेंटम का क्या होता है? वह एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट में ट्रांसफर होता है। तो हमने एक ईएम वेव की बात की। तो फ्रेंड्स, दोस्तों, आपने पढ़ा होगा कि व्हाट इज ईएम वेव। ईएम वेव इज ए वेव which does not necessarily require मीडियम। तो वो वेव्स जिनके प्रोपोगेशन के लिए, जिनके एनर्जी और मोमेंटम ट्रांसफर के लिए मीडियम की नेसेसरी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होती है, उन्हें हम क्या बोलते हैं? ईएम वेव। एंड इन ईएम वेव देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ वेक्टर, टू टाइप्स ऑफ वेव। वन इज electric field vector and another one is magnetic field vector. So in EM wave में the energy transfer takes place with the help of electric field vector and magnetic field vector, and these electric field vector and magnetic field vector, if we'll talk of these electric field vector in EM wave, these electric field vector and magnetic field vector are always perpendicular to each other. So this E vector is always perpendicular to B vector, and these both are perpendicular to velocity vector, which is the wave velocity. तो फ्रेंड्स, दोस्तों, इस पे एक क्वेश्चन आया हुआ था 2021 के पेपर में भी, that these E, B and V electric field vector, magnetic field vector and velocity vector are mutually perpendicular to each other, and they are governed by the relation E plus V cross B is equal to 0. That is, हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? वेक्टर E is equal to माइनस ऑफ V क्रॉस B, माइनस ऑफ V क्रॉस B, और अगर हमने माइनस साइन लगा रखा, सो वी कैन चेंज दिस V क्रॉस। तो दे आर गवर्न्ड बाय दिस रिलेशन। तो ईएम वेव क्या है? ईएम वेव इज ए वेव विच डज नॉट नेसेसरली रिक्वायर मटेरियल मीडियम फॉर द एनर्जी ट्रांसफर एंड मोमेंटम ट्रांसफर, and EM wave is governed by these two vector, electric field vector and magnetic field vector, and they electric field vector, magnetic field vector as well as the wave velocity are mutually perpendicular to each other and governed by this relation. Now अब अगर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर है और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेक्टर है, so they will contain some part of energy, some part of energy will be contained by electric field vector, and another form and some energy will be contained by magnetic field vector. अब कुछ एनर्जी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर के कारण होगी, कुछ एनर्जी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेक्टर के कारण होगी. So we have done, so friends, we have done that the energy density because of electric field vector. So you can write, अब आपने ये फॉर्मूला पढ़ा होगा दैट एनर्जी डेंसिटी बिकॉज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेक्टर is given by half epsilon naught E square. If E is the magnitude of, E is the amplitude of electric field, then the energy contained by the electric field, average intensity contained by the electric field is half epsilon naught E square. And while the energy contained by the magnetic field vector is, energy contained by the magnetic field vector is b square upon 2 mu naught. नाउ अगर हमें रेशियो निकालना है, अगर हमें एनर्जी का रेशियो निकालना है तो हम क्या कर देंगे, डिवाइड कर देंगे. एंड इफ विल डिवाइड द सेम वी विल फाइंड दैट 1/2 cancel, this mu naught goes up, so this can be written as mu naught epsilon naught E square upon B square. We can write this. And आपने एक रिलेशन पढ़ा होगा that 1c square is known as 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught. Means we can write mu naught epsilon naught as 1 upon c square. तो इसको हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, 1 upon c square. And if c is the wave velocity, so by this relation we can write that the magnitude of E will be equal to B into V, and for light V is equal to C, so we can write E is equal to B into C. That is, we can write E square is equal to B square C square, and they are same ratio, so this comes out to be. So we can write that the electric field vector is to magnetic field vector, the ratio comes out to be 1:2. We know electric field vector, the energy because of electric field, is given by half epsilon naught E square, while the energy contained by the magnetic field is written as B square upon 2 mu naught. If you need to find the ratio, just divide the same. अगर आपको इनका रेशियो चाहिए तो इनको डिवाइड कर दीजिए. 1/2 cancelled out. Now this can be written as mu naught into epsilon naught E square by B square, and we know mu naught epsilon naught is 1 upon C square, so this can be written as E square upon C square into B square, and they are equal, so this ratio comes out to be 1:2. So your answer will be 1:1. So in electric field EM wave, the energy contained by the electric field will be same as that of magnetic. Moving to our next question. The Brewster angle IB for an interface should be. आपसे क्या पूछ रहा है, if there is a wave coming from air, अगर कोई वेव है जो कि एयर से किसी मीडियम में जा रहा है, तो इट इज आस्किंग दैट व्हाट शुड बी द ब्रूस्टर एंगल. तो दोस्तों आपने पढ़ा होगा ब्रूस्टर एंगल इज रिलेटेड विद द पोलराइजेशन ऑफ लाइट. ब्रूस्टर एंगल इज रिलेटेड विद द पोलराइजेशन ऑफ लाइट. So what is Brewster angle? So the angle of what is Brewster angle? Brewster angle क्या है? So Brewster angle what is Brewster angle? Basically Brewster angle is related with polarization of light. So what Brewster angle says, that the angle of incidence, वो angle of incidence for which if the ray will incident on any interface, अगर किसी इंटरफेस पे कोई रे इंसिडेंट होगी, if any ray will incident on any interface, it have two options. अगर कोई भी रे इंसिडेंट होगी, बेसिकली इट हैव थ्री ऑप्शंस. इट कैन रिफ्लेक्ट, इट कैन बी अब्सॉर्ब्ड और इट कैन रिफ्रैक्ट. तो इफ द एंगल, इफ द रे इज बीइंग रिफ्लेक्टेड as well as refracted, if the incident ray is being reflected and refracted, so the ray which is being which was unpolarized becomes plane polarized light. वो लाइट जो कि अनपोलराइज्ड थी becomes plane polarized, that becomes plane polarized. That becomes plane polarized light. Now the angle of incidence, what is Brewster angle? Brewster angle is that angle of incidence, that theta incidence for which the refracted ray and for which the reflected ray, this is your reflected ray and this is your refracted ray. So what is Brewster angle? Brewster angle is that angle of incidence. Brewster angle वो angle of incidence है for which this reflected light, for which this reflected light and this refracted light is perpendicular to. So Brewster angle is the angle of incidence. Brewster angle is angle Brewster angle is that angle of incidence for which the plane polarized light reflected and reflected ray वो एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस जिसके लिए प्लेन पोलराइज लाइट, अनपोलराइज लाइट एक प्लेन पोलराइज लाइट में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी और रिफ्लेक्टेड रे और रिफ्रैक्टेड रे दे विल बी म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर टू. नाउ इफ दे विल बी म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर, by law of reflection, this angle will also be equal to theta I and this angle will be equal to theta r, angle of refraction. And we can write, this is a straight line, so we can write theta I plus theta r plus 90 is equal to 180. This is a straight line, so theta I plus 90 plus theta r will be equal to 180. That is, theta r can be written as 90 minus theta I. We can write the refracted angle will be equal to 90 minus angle of incidence. Now using the same, we can write if the ray will move from one interface, one medium to another medium, having refractive index mu1 to mu2, then Snell's law will be applicable. Snell's law भी लगा सकते हैं. So as per Snell's law, so using Snell's law, we can write sine of angle of incidence theta I to sine of theta r is equal to mu2 by mu1. So theta I is angle of incidence, theta r is 90 minus theta I. So replace. So sine theta 1 theta I upon sine of 90 minus theta I is equal to mu2 by mu1. So if we'll solve the same, we can write this is tan theta I. The sine 90 minus theta becomes cos theta. So we can write this as sin theta I upon cos theta I, sin theta I upon cos theta I, that is tan theta I, comes out to be mu 2 by mu 1. So this angle of incidence theta I is defined as Brewster angle. So if this relation is being satisfied, that is tan of theta I is mu 2 by mu 1, then this theta I is known as Brewster angle. So now the question is given, we can write that tan of theta I, which is theta Brewster angle, is equal to mu 2 by mu 1. And we know mu 1 is always less than that of mu 2 because it is air, it is medium. So we can write mu 2 by mu 1 is always more than 1. That is, we can write tan of theta I is always more than 1. And if tan of theta I is more than 1, we will write theta I will be more than that of 45. और tan की maximum value कितनी हो सकती है? Infinity. So this will be less than that of. So we can write theta will be from 45 to 90. Moving to our next question. A cylinder contains hydrogen gas at pressure of 249 kilopascal and temperature 27 degrees Celsius. You need to find the density. So this is a very straightforward question. We know pressure is written as rho R T upon molar mass. ये आपने रिलेशन पढ़ा होगा. Just apply this relation. Pressure is 249 kilopascal. That is 249 into 10 to power 3 is equal to rho. Rho आपको निकालना है. And R value of R is given 8.3. Everything you need to use in SI unit. T is the temperature in Kelvin. So the temperature is given in Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius. So temperature will be 273 plus 27, that is 300 Kelvin. So we'll write this 300 upon, we will write molar mass, and molar mass of hydrogen is 2 into 10 to power minus 3 kg per mole. This kg per mole. We will solve this same. This 10 to power minus 3 plus 3 cancelled out. This decimal will cancel out 1 0. 83 into 3 will be 249. So we can write rho is equal to 2 upon 10, that is 0. kg per meter. Moving to our next question. A ray is incident at an angle of incidence I on one surface of a small angle of prism with angle of prism as A. एक प्रिज्म गिवन है आपको, और and this angle is very small with angle of prism A and emerges normally from the opposite surface. और दूसरे सरफेस से क्या कह रहा है? रे कैसे इमर्ज हो रही है? रे इज इमर्जिंग नॉर्मली. इसका मतलब क्या है? द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस एट दिस सरफेस will also be 0, that is R2. Angle of R2, ray is like this, a ray is incident on this line, so this will form an angle R1, and this will form an angle R2, and if it emerges normally, इसका मतलब क्या है, R2 का इंसिडेंस भी नॉर्मली हुआ होगा, because by Snell's law if angle of incidence will be 0, then angle of refraction will be 0, and we know R1 plus R2 is equal to A. So if R2 is 0, R1 comes out to be A. That is, R1 value will be equal to angle of prism. Now we can apply Snell's law at surface 1. So Snell's law at surface 1. सरफेस 1 पे अगर स्नेल्स लॉ लगाए तो हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, साइन आई अपॉन साइन R1 इज इक्वल टू म्यू, एंड फॉर स्मॉल एंगल के लिए हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, साइन आई को आई लिख सकते हैं, फॉर स्मॉल एंगल साइन थीटा इज इक्वल टू थीटा. So we can write I by R1 is equal to mu, and R1 is equal to A. So we can write I comes out to be, हम I को क्या लिख सकते हैं, we can write I comes out to be mu into, so I comes out to be mu into. Moving to our last question. Two cylinders A and B of equal capacity are connected to each other by a stopcock. दो इक्वल कैपेसिटी के कैपेसिटर्स हैं और यहां पे हमने वॉल्व लगा रखा है. A कंटेन्स आइडियल गैस, A में गैस फिलअप है, और B कंप्लीटली इवैक्यूएटेड है. नाउ कह रहा है एंड द एंटायर सिस्टम इज थर्मली इंसुलेटेड. इस पूरे सिस्टम को हमने क्या कर रखा है, थर्मली इंसुलेट कर रखा है. अगर हमने इंसुलेट कर रखा है इसका मतलब नो हीट एक्सचेंज. अब अगर हीट एक्सचेंज नहीं होगा तो विच प्रोसेस, एडियाबेटिक. तो इफ यू नो द ईच कॉन्सेप्ट, हर एक कॉन्सेप्ट अगर आपको बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स आते हैं तो यू कैन डू द क्वेश्चन वेरी इजीली. So we have discussed in today's class, we have discussed 5 questions along with the concept that how you need to approach the question. आपको क्वेश्चन कैसे करना है and what is the basic concept behind the question. So friends, दोस्तों, in next series we will discuss next 5 questions along with the concept involved. So till then, thank you, bye bye, jai hind.